Hi students, this is allied physics class. I am your professor Dr. D. Silambarasan. In the unit of relativity, we are going to see length contraction in this video. Length contraction is also known as Lorentz Fitzgerald contraction. In Tamil, it is termed as Neelakurukam. We studied in our schooling itself. So in this length contraction, as usual we have to consider two frame. One is S frame, another one is S prime frame. Here S frame is placed at the origin O and S prime frame is placed at the origin O prime. So here the coordinates are X, O, Z. Here X prime, Y prime and Z prime. Right. Consider initially the two frames are at identical. Two frames are at the same position. That is the basic consideration. In this S prime frame, consider a rod of length AB. That is, one end of the rod is A, another end of the rod is B. This frame is considered to moving with the velocity V, that is constant velocity V. So the length of the rod is termed as L naught. So this is the if this coincide with the x-axis, this is the x1 prime and this is the x2 prime. So the length is final point minus initial point gives the length of the rod. So L naught is equal to x2 prime minus x1 prime. That is the length of the rod in frame S prime, which is moving at with a velocity, with a constant velocity V. Right. So this L naught is equal to x2 prime minus x1 prime. That is equation 1. Similarly, imagine the rod, imagine a single rod in the frame S. So the length will be L is equal to x2 minus x1. Right. So this is termed as equation 2. According to Lorentz transformations, x1 prime is equal to x1 minus vt by root of 1 minus v square by c square. And x2 prime is equal to x2 minus vt divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square. These two are equations named as 3 and 4. Then subtracting equation 3 from equation 4. So equation 4 is x2 prime, equation 3 is x1 prime. So x2 prime minus x1 prime gives x2 minus vt divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square minus x1 minus vt by root of 1 minus v square by c square. So left hand side x2 prime minus x1 prime, this minus vt, this minus get into this bracket, then this will be plus vt. So this minus vt plus vt get cancelled. So x2 minus x1 divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Since the denominator is same, we have to subtract only in the numerator. So x2 minus x1 divided by root of 1 minus v square by c square. We know that x2 prime minus x1 prime is L naught. That is our equation 1. And equation 2 is L is equal to x2 minus x1. Right, x2 minus x1 is equal to L. This we have to apply here. So x2 minus x1 prime is equal to L naught. So x2 minus x1 prime we have to replace with L naught. Then x2 minus x1 is replaced with L. So L naught is equal to, this equation is rewritten as L naught is equal to L divided by root of 1 minus v square. Then we can write as L is equal to L naught into root of 1 minus v square by c square. Initially, when the two frames are at the same origin, that is at times equal to 0, the length of the rod L is equal to L naught. Right. But now the frame S prime is moving with a constant velocity along x-axis with a constant velocity v. So the length will be a different one. That is what we have derived here. So L is equal to L naught into root of 1 minus v square by c square. Here L is less than L naught. Initially L is equal to L naught. Consider for example, consider the length of the rod is 1 meter. Right? Initially the L is equal to L naught means both L and L naught are 1 meter. Right? But here there is a multiplication term with L naught. So this multiplication term will increase the value of L naught. So L naught will be bigger than L. So we write it as L is less than L naught for an observer in S. The length of the rod in S prime has contracted by a factor root of 1 minus v square by c square. This is called length contraction. Contraction means shortening. lowering or lessening, that is contraction. That is why in Tamil it is called as kurukam, right? So contracted by a factor root of 1 minus v square by c square. This is called length contraction. Example, when a sphere is at rest, it will be appear as oblate spheroid, and square at rest it will appear as a rectangle, and circle will appear as an ellipse, right? We have to note some important points. That is, note first one is the proper length L0 of an object is the length determined by an observer at rest with respect to the object. The frame S is at rest. The frame S prime is moving at a constant velocity v. This is what given here, right? The second point is the contraction is appreciable only when the velocity of the considered object is equal to the velocity of light. So apply this condition, v is equal to c in this equation. V is equal to c means this is equal to c means this both get cancelled, remaining 1. So root of 1 minus 1 gives 0. So L is equal to 0. L is equal to 0 means the length of the rod observed from the frame which is at rest S is appear to be 0 in the moving frame S prime. So what is the important point is an object moving at the velocity of light will appear as a point object. When an object moving with the velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second, will appear as a point object. That is the important point. And the third point is the contraction is reciprocal. Right, student, I hope you all understand. Thank you.